Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Yasmin Neal.
You may not have to bring out your fall jacket just yet. Here's your 5-day forecast. Today will be a beautiful sunny day with a high of 20 this afternoon. Moving into the evening, there will be clear skies with a low of 11. Tomorrow, you may want to plan some outdoor activities as it'll be another gorgeous sunny day with a high of 21. It will cool off to a low of 12 in the evening. Saturday, the sun will continue to shine with a high of 23. The evening will cool off to a low of 15. Sunday will be a mix of cloud and sun, but there will be a high of 23. And in the evening, there will be clear skies and 13. Monday, you may need an umbrella, as there is a 30% chance of rain. The high in the afternoon will be 20, with a low of 11 into the evening. That is your 5-day forecast. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Yasmin. Turning now to national and international news. Prime Minister Stephen Harper says he won't take no for an answer when it comes to the Keystone XL pipeline. The Prime Minister took part in a Q&A with the Canadian American Business Council earlier today in New York. Harper told the audience that he intends to keep on pushing for the pipeline even if the Obama administration doesn't approve. The proposed project would extend the existing Keystone pipeline network to bring oil from northern Alberta to the southern United States. Harper says the logic behind the pipeline is overwhelming and in the best interests of Canada and the U.S.
An untapped region off the coast of Newfoundland could contain up to 600 million barrels of recoverable oil. Norwegian energy firm Statoil made the discovery in August, 500 kilometers northeast of St. John's. Canada's Husky Oil is a partner in the area with Statoil. The discovery is Statoil's third in the Flemish Pass Basin.
Al-Shabaab militants attacked a security post this morning near Kenya's Somali border, leaving 2 police officers dead. The attack in Mandera follows a separate attack in Wahir last night, leaving 1 dead and 4 injured. The attacks conducted by Somali extremists fulfills a promise of further violence by the group. The leader of Al-Shabaab has threatened a long-lasting war following the group's deadly siege of Kenya's Westgate Mall. The group claims the attack on Westgate was retaliation for Kenya sending troops into Somalia. Al-Shabaab says it will continue the attacks until troops retreat. Kenya shares a 682-kilometer border with Somalia.
2 rockets fired by Pakistani separatists almost took down a government helicopter providing relief for earthquake victims. The helicopter was carrying several Pakistani government officials. Chaos on the ground has made assistance in the air a difficult task for the government. Officials expressed security concerns before the rocket attack. Around 100 protesters gathered in Arawan to bring attention to outlying villages who are in desperate need of help. Regional residents have expressed outrage at the local government, long seen as corrupt.
And now with your sports news, here's Natalie Stoberman.
Thanks, guys. The Hawks were on fire last night, starting with women's soccer flying by Redeemers 7-0 and extending their unbeaten record. 13 minutes is all it took for the Hawks to assert their dominance. The game was highlighted by a 2-goal performance from Jade Wickland-Roach and a balanced attack that allowed 6 players to score. The Hawks will be heading to Lambton on Saturday. Women's fastball crushed the Conestoga Condors, finally getting back on track after 2 tough losses on Sunday. Once the Humber Bats got started, there was no stopping them. They mercied the Condors 14-3 in 6 innings and 11-0 in 5 innings. Conestoga will be coming to the Hawks' house at Wildwood Park on Saturday. The Baltimore Orioles had it out for the Blue Jays last night, beating them 9-5 and making up for their elimination from the wildcard hunt. On paper, the game should have been closer. The Jays chipped in 15 hits on the night, but on the flip side, Toronto left 14 runners on base, and the Orioles hit 2 home runs. The series ends tonight at Camden Yards, winding down the season for both teams and now the New York Yankees. On a different note, a bench-clearing brawl went down in the Milwaukee Brewers and Atlanta Braves game. Brewers center fielder Carlos Gomez hit a home run in the first and proceeded around the bases, chirping the Atlanta infield and making up for an earlier hit by pitch. Tensions rose when Braves catcher Brian McCann confronted Gomez and both benches went onto the field. Gomez was ejected, but the Braves lost 4-0. Team Canada women's basketball has been tearing it up at the FIBA Americas Championships in Mexico. Team Canada dealt Cuba a 53-40 loss on Wednesday's quarterfinal, and the unbeaten Canadians will advance to the semifinals to play Puerto Rico on Friday. The top 3 teams in the tournament will advance to the World Championships, with Brazil and Canada considered to be co-favorites to qualify. Now on to the tennis courts. 19-year-old Canadian phenom Eugenie Bouchard has been eliminated in the quarterfinal match of the Pan-Pacific Open in Tokyo by Venus Williams. Williams won 2 out of 3 sets, 6-3, 6-7, and 6-3. In Thailand, Milos Raonic has pulled off a second-round win at the Thailand Open, defeating Australia's Marinko Matosevic. Raonic's next match is against Spain's Feliciano Lopez on Friday. I'm Natalie Stoberman, and that's it for sports. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Natalie. After the break, we'll get the latest in entertainment from Bianca Bajkowski.
Who are the most successful minors in the music industry, and what is Jay-Z's latest business venture? All this and more on Humber Entertainment.